We're going to proceed to the Rawlings Trail to locate some previously assessed trees by Blackwell's tree risk assessor. We're going to take a look at the assessed trees that are ribboned for removal, and we're just going to select a square on both sides of the trail, and we'll just assess approximately 10 trees within that square area. Sounds fairly stable, but it sounds solid to me. I don't think there's any decay in this tree. It sounds solid, stable. So, yeah. Now I don't see any risk with this tree, but they have it tagged. So we could just question, like, why would you assess a tree as dangerous when 4-inch diameter tree that's 15, 20 feet tall. So that's solid. But I'm 90% confident that this is solid right through. The roots in the butt are stable, and I'm going to rate the tree safe. A little bit of decay, but not enough to destabilize the tree. Minor. When they cut this one down, I think we're going to see a little bit of a hollow in the center of the heartwood with some heartwood rot, but it's not significant in the sense that it's going to cause the tree to be unstable. And I'm telling you that we've got enough solid wood in here to stabilize the tree. So it's not an unstable tree, it's not a dangerous tree. Safe. Looking at these trees that have been assessed, it looks to me as a bogus assessment because they've all been assessed as dangerous, whereas I've assessed them all as safe. The branches, this is deteriorating, it's a hemlock. The branches are all coming down at the base of the tree, vertical deterioration. I'm assuming it's dead. I'm going to look up and see it's, I think it's dead. Now this looks good, sounds good. Looks good. I think it sounds good. Okay. I'm going to rate it safe and monitor quarterly, every 3 months. That truck or that machine just driving down here, you feel it shake the ground?
Yeah.
That vibration is enough to cause a limb to come down.
Wow.
Or even a tree to come down, hit his machine. Wow. So, but that's still nice and solid. Nice and solid. So far it's all vertical fiber that's tearing, it's ripping. And so this is definitely a monitor tree. It's living, it's still alive, and it's really high value. The risk assessor, he says it's a dangerous tree. I say it's a safe monitor tree. So we do have some overhead risk here. Hemlock. Oh, yeah, that's good. It's all good. I've rated it as dangerous because of the overhead risks. But I've recommended removing the overhead limbs, the dead limbs that are hazardous, that are going to fall on the trail, and keeping the tree. So that's how you're going to reduce the danger rating to a safe rating, is by simply removing these dead limbs over the trail. They're going to reduce this to 4 meters. The bark's all off, but it's still sound, so it's just that one small part of the tree Less than 10% of the circumference of the tree is deteriorated, decayed, and the heartwood's decayed. So the tree is still sound, the roots are good. So we've got some defects, but they're not hazardous defects. So we got a lot of heart rot on this tree, all the way up and down the trunk. But the fall direction is away from the trail. If that was leaning over the trail, I'd be rating as dangerous removed. Yeah, it's all about the fall direction in this case, and the exposure. Look at that root goes away out. Big stabilizer root. So they're both safe. No overhead hazards here, and both going to be removed, and they're pretty sound. There's no evidence of or indicators of decay, rot, hollowness in either of these trees. We've assessed 13 trees, all of which were previously assessed by the Blackwell group and their so-called tree risk assessor. And we don't know who that tree risk assessor is, but we'd really like to have him come out here with some other independent tree risk assessors and myself, and maybe Blackwell as well, just to help explain why these trees have been rated dangerous, and in particular trees that are standing dead, hemlock trees, but with a clear lean away from the trails and the road. They're just going to fall harmlessly into the forest. Why have you rated those trees as dangerous? That doesn't make any sense. Now I've assessed all these trees, and I think by my assessments, all 12 of these 13 trees I've rated as safe, as opposed to Blackwell's tree risk assessor, who has rated them all dangerous. I rate them all safe. There's only one tree I've rated dangerous, tree number 9, and so I would agree with the risk assessor on that tree. It's dangerous. However, if you simply prune a few of the dead, overhanging limbs, large limbs, which will likely fall in the trail, I would drop my rating from dangerous to safe because it's no longer a risk. Here we are back at the study area. We previously assessed 13 trees. The Blackwell people, the loggers, have come in here and cut down the trees. They're mostly hemlocks. We got 2 cedars and 1 Douglas fir. The rest of the 13 are hemlock trees. And we're on the Rawlings Trail studying area. And this is tree number 1 that we're going to reassess to see how rotten, how decayed the tree actually is. We're going to examine the soundness of the wood now that we see it's been freshly cut and we can see what's inside the tree. The wood is all sound. There is no disease in the tree. The coloration is good. It's firm, hard wood, and there's no rot in this tree. So this tree was standing dead as a wildlife value tree for local birds and animals and mammals, and it's been cut down, rated by the Blackwell assessor as dangerous and cut down when in fact it was safe and should have been left as a valuable wildlife tree. What we have here is a little 4-inch diameter hemlock tree. For some reason they're also targeting little dead standing 4-inch diameter hemlock trees. Now it's the same thing with this tree. You can see the wood. It's all solid. There's no disease in these trees, in any of these stumps, because of the cause of death. The cause of death was looper defoliation. It was not root disease or root rot or decay rot. The cause of death was looper defoliation. The tops of the trees, the foliage was eaten by the moth, and that was the cause of death. So the rest of the tree is standing sound and safe. And this one is a large coastal hemlock, 150 feet tall or more, about a 5-foot diameter trunk, I assessed this previously as sound all around. They had it rated as dangerous, and I had it rated as safe. It was another case of a hemlock tree. Cause of death was defoliation by the looper moth was probable cause of death. It was not a root rot disease that caused the death of this tree. It was the looper moth. And that's important because here's a sample of the trunk where they cut it 30 feet up. You can see it's about 32 inches across but you can see for yourself that there's no rot on this tree. There's no decay in the tree. No need to remove the tree. It's just a valuable wildlife tree, particularly because of the size of this hemlock, 150 feet and 4 to 5 feet across in diameter. That makes it a very valuable tree in the park, and you don't want to lose these trees. It was about 130 feet tall, a 20-inch diameter Douglas fir, and it was ribboned for removal. And we tested this, and it was sound. For some reason, they missed this tree, and they failed to remove the tree that had been assessed by them as dangerous, although I have assessed it as safe. I've measured the diameter by taking two cross sections, taking the average of the diameter of the trunk. Now I'm going to measure the diameter of the heart rot, the core. And I'm going to look closely, and here we go. 10 inches diameter of the heartwood core rot gives us a radius of 5 inches. The required amount of sound was 8.4 inches, so that 8.4 inches exceeds the 5 inches that's rotted. So just looking at the original assessment of tree number 5, the hemlock, I have here in the notes, upon sounding, I rated the tree as safe upon sounding, and sure enough it is safe. Exactly what we suspected. So that was a very good show of the effectiveness of sounding the trunks. It looks like I sounded this. I rated it as safe, but I noticed decay in this one as well. The tag says remove to ground. Norm says no, but says there is decay. So again, with the sounding, we've got decay, but rated safe. 12 inches minus 4 gives us 8 inches of actual stem thickness, whereas the requirement is 4.2 inches. So this is very safe. We're on the safe side by quite a bit. This is a big 5-foot diameter hemlock tree. I rated the tree safe, and upon sounding assessment detected possibly significant decay. So it's 20 by 16. Sure enough, we've discovered after it's been cut down, and we can see that in fact there is significant heart rot in this hemlock tree, but not enough to rate the tree as dangerous. This is a large western red cedar we have here with a 6-foot diameter trunk. It's an old growth cedar with a heavy lean to it, leaning over the trail. We're working on a pretty good anchor root here. It's in good condition. It's living, and it's anchoring sort of adjacent to the fall direction. As we come down here, we've got some more good wood anchoring the tree, and this is more opposite the fall direction. But because this is a western red cedar, it's much stronger in the fiber and the resistance to gravity and wind than any other tree of any other comparable tree in BC. So we're giving it a little bit of extra consideration in this case. I'm going to rate it safe, and we're going to have it as a monitor tree. Keep an eye on it quarterly. We may have to do something to reduce the risk of this tree. I want to save it because it's excellent habitat for bats and birds, woodpeckers. What we could do is, if we want to mitigate the risk, we're just going to install a steel cable 2/3 the way up this tree, or 3/4 the way up the tree, and we're going to take this cable and going to take it right to the ground and install a ground anchor. This tree's got no sign or indicator of heart rot. However, I rated it dangerous, mitigated to safe, if they simply removed one large dead limb that was overhanging the trail with a broom in it, dwarf mistletoe broom. If they just done that, the rest of the tree would stand safe. However, they decided to cut the tree down, the entire tree. It stood at 140 feet and with about a 4-foot diameter trunk, as you can see. The trunk's solid. The roots all look good. No sign of decay. A little bit of minor deterioration here. No old injury. There's another injury, but if you look at the wood here, that's all solid. You can see the wood is all solid. Tree number 10, a large hemlock tree. These last 4, they're all hemlocks. We're pretty close. It was standing dead close to the trail. All 4 were rated dangerous rated for removal. And as you can see, this tree is it's all solid. So we sounded the tree. It's safe. And now that it's been cut down, we can see the wood is all solid right across here. Tree number 11 here was a different story. It was in a little bit rougher shape. It was decaying a little bit on the outside of the sapwood. We had a little bit of decay, but nothing in the heartwood. I rated it as safe. There's no reason you would ever rate this thing as dangerous simply because it's going to fall harmlessly into the forest with the lean into the forest. I think it had about a 5-degree lean into the forest. Here we go on the back side. There we go. That's all sound wood. That's all sound wood. So this tree is all perfectly sound. There's no disease, no decay in this. This is all sound. On the little bit of rod on the sapwood on this side, so it might have had a bit of a canker down here, but that's very, very minor. I wouldn't pay attention to that. There's your roots, the anchor roots. The barks come off here, been peeled off by the falling tree, and see how nice those anchor roots are. Nice and sound. There's no sign of rot in the roots, no disease in the tree or the butt. It's all good. The sounding was, I would say, 99% accurate. It picked up all the sound trees. I think there was 3 or 4 trees that were slightly decayed with some heartwood rot in the center, and the sounding picked up that slight decay. We noted it, and sure enough, it was slightly decayed. So I'm more than satisfied with this assessment. I think we got a really good results out of this, and I'm really satisfied with the way things went with the sounding and the decay measurements. It's just about exactly as we had expected. I'd expect the rest of the logging would be the same. I won't even say similar. It would be the same. Your results are going to be the same from this sample area. This would extend throughout the park. You're going to find that more than 99% of these trees are standing safe and sound, and they've been rated dangerous and they've been removed, but they're actually safe, sound, standing dead hemlock trees, or living hemlock trees in some cases, and excellent wildlife value with another 7-8 years of wildlife value left in the trees, which is critical to the forest. So they've created a lot of damage because they've lost a lot of value in these wildlife trees, and in particular the food source for the pileated woodpecker, which serves all the other birds and animals in the forest. So that's the way I've assessed it. Is the trees are all safe, and you've got a substantial loss of wildlife tree value in this forest as a result of this tree removal logging operation that's gone on.